Cloudcast Media.
Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. Always a great day when we have one of Susan Clausen's finest in the studio over here, the inimitable Susan Clausen. And so we have with us Fiona Chatwin. She is executive and artistic director and founder of Villa Musica, San Diego's community music center. How are you doing there, Fiona?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me, Drew.
Oh, honor to have you. We're looking forward to the interview. Talk about Villa Musica. How long has it been in business? And then I always love to ask one of Susan's clients, how long have you been interested in art and music and dance and everything that's in between? So we'll start with the history of Villa Musica.
So Villa Musica was founded in November of 2005 when I had an 11-month-old baby on one hip and a laptop in the other hand. And we got going with this incredible idea. But that was all it was for a little while until we offered our first programming around the middle of 2006. And we've been going strong ever since.
And it focuses on, is it live theater performances? Is it, what else is it, music? Is it dance? Is it anything?
So Villa Musica is a community music center.
Okay.
So we are all about music education for everyone, all ages, all varieties, all talents.
Right. So do they actually come to a central location and learn about music, or do you go out to the schools, or do you do both?
So we do a bit of both. At the very beginning, we kind of floated around churches and rec centers and anyone that would have us,
right,
until we opened our own facility in the June of 2010.
Right.
We're down the road in Sorrento Valley. We have a 4,500 square foot space there, serving around 675 students per week.
Wow.
Private lessons, group classes, and as I said, the ages range from 3 years to 90-something. But we do a lot of work out in the community as well, Drew.
Right. So then somebody who wants to play any instrument, pretty close to almost any instrument?
Pretty close to almost any instrument.
Okay, I want to learn the xylophone, and I don't even know what I'm even talking about, for God's sake. There is an instrument called the xylophone, right?
There really is.
Yeah, I know there is, actually, on this. And would they just let you know, this is all I want to learn? How do I sign up for classes? How does that work? How does the process work?
So we have a website, of course, and
right,
all of our amazing teaching artists are listed there. So we have like 40 teaching artists working for us now.
Wow.
Ranging from singing through to every stringed instrument you can think of, percussion, that's where the xylophone would be.
Right.
And the woodwinds and strings, everything you could imagine. And you would just make an inquiry through the website and we'd match you up with a teacher. If that match-up doesn't work, then we'll try another one.
So you've always been interested in music? Have you been playing music since you were 11 months old as well?
Not quite. But my mum and dad were really into music. And I think I might have been about 6 when I started nagging for piano lessons.
Nice.
And Mum and Dad bought one of those old player pianos.
Sure.
And I remember working very hard with my little legs pumping along with that fantastic player piano. And I think that's how I learnt to sing.
Oh, okay, good. So then you started doing performances when you were in grade school, I take it,
yeah,
correct? Right. And it hasn't stopped, has it?
Not really.
That's beautiful. Now, your 11-month-old is now how old?
She's just applying to college.
Oh, my goodness, they grow fast. I know how that works.
Terrifying.
That's right. And is she in this field? Does she play an instrument?
She has taken a little sidestep. She does play classical guitar and she's a wonderful singer, but she's a dancer.
Oh, no. Okay, still in the arts, all good.
And so she's about to launch off to the Trinity Laban Conservatory of Music and Dance in London.
Oh, I bet you're thrilled.
I am. We are my husband and I are both pinching ourselves, and we're a little bit jealous.
That's right. Well, listen, you can always visit and do Villa Musica remotely. We're chatting with Fiona Chatwin, Executive and Artistic Director and founder of Villa Musica, San Diego's Community Music Center. I'm Drew Schlosberg, as you're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union in this beautiful Mission Fed studio in Scripps Ranch. Mission Fed's been doing great things for San Diegans for more than 60 years. I'm not sure if Susan has told you at all, and we're talking about Susan Clausen. I'm passionate about visual performing arts, anything that deals with music and dance, and I was honored to work in the San Diego Unified School District probably before you were born, Fiona. But if Drew ran the world, all we would use in the curriculum is music and art and dancing and some athletics, because every single subject can be taught with it. Do you work with the schools in that vein? Do they say, hey, we need you in here because we know you can teach all these wonderful subjects through music, for one, and, of course, other arts as well?
Yeah, we partner with schools. We love to say partner because there is a fairly robust music program, especially through San Diego Unified.
Yeah, FAPA, right.
Fantastic program.
Yeah.
And so what we do is we go out and we support their music teachers. In most cases, we do that for free, especially if the school is a Title I in a low-income neighborhood.
Right.
So we would go out and take, a flute coach. And so maybe the band director has just been landed with 40 excited new flute players and they don't know which end of their instrument to blow. So we send out a flute specialist. We send a flute specialist out to help them figure out which end to get going.
No, that's true. Talk about your satellite programs.
The satellites are really a very exciting part of what we do. Satellite programs are set up in low-income neighborhoods, mostly in Southeast San Diego. Our first one opened in the fall of 2014 at the Logan Heights Library. And now we're offering programs at 5 satellites. This past Wednesday, I just went out to City Heights to do the grand opening of our satellite there. All programming at those library satellites are free. And each student participant is offered an instrument so that they can practice at home.
Oh, that is fantastic. Now, when they do their practicing, do they do it once a week? Are they once a month? Or how does that work?
We meet with the kids, children and adults at these satellites. We meet with them every week.
Okay.
We run the programming in 3 10-week quarters.
Okay.
And so each quarter culminates in a big recital, and we get all the students, Sorrento Valley, all 5 satellites, all together in a venue, and they all play together, and it's just so wonderful to see kids from Logan Heights standing next to kids from La Jolla, all playing their instruments together.
That is great. Is it always the same time of year where they bring this big concert together?
Yeah.
And when is it?
The next one's going to be June 11th.
And where is that held? Is it in Sorrento Valley?
No, we're not big enough now.
Okay. Right.
We grew out of our space.
Yeah.
We generally have around 225 students performing on those days, so we generally use a larger venue. Last time we did it at a wonderful church down in Mission Valley.
Sure.
So we're in the process of securing exactly which venue that'll be for June 11th, but it's just a wonderful event.
Right. And as you said, you do all ages, right? You've got senior. What's the oldest person that's doing it? Has you got someone in the 90s?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, we have a big program for seniors across San Diego called the Encore program.
Okay.
We used to call it creative aging, but people who are aging don't like the word aging.
That's right.
So we changed that.
Just a number. It's just a number.
Yes. So we changed that to Encore, and we do a lot of free programming out in neighborhoods across San Diego, senior facilities, areas where seniors are.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you work with, serving seniors, and you work with St. Paul's groups? They're wonderful. And we've talked about them. They've been on the guests on our show quite a bit. And the whole key is, and you know this, these seniors are so vibrant. They got so much to give. Our culture in the United States is not as good as other cultures, as you know, treating seniors. We tend to sometimes put them to the side, which we should never do that. In that aspect of it. Well, that's great that you do that. So will you get people that have never played an instrument to, hey, I used to dabble in it and I want to get back into it, or I just want to hone my skills? What's the level of expertise?
Everything.
Really?
We've had kids who just played at Carnegie Hall. And then we have a grandma who's expecting her first grandchild and wants to have a few singing lessons so that she feels more confident singing to the new grandbaby. I mean, it's literally everything across the board.
No, that's great. When we come back from a break, Fiona, I want to talk about how our listeners can support your efforts, donations, money, instruments, mentors, teachers, and all that business, what we can really do to ramp up what you're doing, and really just encourage those folks who go, I can't play an instrument. I think you'd say anyone can play an instrument. They just have to have the right attitude and the right teachers. How's that sound?
It sounds exactly what we do.
Very good. We're going to be right back with Fiona Chatwin, Executive and Artistic Director and founder of Villa Musica, San Diego's Community Music Center. I'm Drew Schlosberg. As you've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community show on Cloudcast Media, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Been doing great things for San Diegans for more than 60 years. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg, and you're listening to Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community show on Cloudcast Media, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, doing great things for San Diegans for more than 60 years. We are honored to have in the studio with us Fiona Chatwin, Executive and Artistic Director and founder of Villa Musica, San Diego's Community Music Center. Before we go much further, how do they get a hold of you? What's the website?
villamusica.org.
Very, very good. That is pretty easy. Okay?
Yeah.
And so someone should be able to jump on that. We'll also spend some time in the second half of the interview what our listeners can do to help support your efforts. But talk about musical biographies. What's that all about?
Well, Musical Biographies is kind of a special program designed entirely because seniors with dementia really respond incredibly well to music. Music, it lives in a part of the brain that is probably slower to decline during the onset of disease with dementia, Alzheimer's, and various other kinds of dementia, Lewy body dementia. My father was diagnosed with Parkinson's a few years ago and has declined significantly, and so I decided that it was a nice idea to create this program that puts together a playlist of music that really means something to the person living with dementia, and then creating a beautiful scrapbook of photographs and artwork that kind of brings the playlist to life. And this program has just been incredibly meaningful.
So then you've got somebody who lived in the 50s or 40s, whatever the case may be. And I'll use my mom as an example. My mom passed away at 95 years young a few years ago, but she always loved to hear the anniversary waltz. That was played at her wedding. And so I remember when she was literally there next to her when she took her last breath, I was playing that, and you just saw a little twinkle in her eye. And, and she did not have dementia and all that aspect. So that's beautiful. So you'll go ahead and find out what was important to them, what songs were important to them, put together that with some visuals. That makes all the sense in the world. Yeah,
we've been really grateful to be able to partner with the Alzheimer's Disease Research Center at UCSD. And they've been able to really refine the program with us, make sure that it's serving their constituents. They have a really robust research program, Alzheimer's disease research program.
Sure.
But these quality of life programs are really meaningful for their community. And so they've been able to work with us to really make this program very, very meaningful, and it's incredible.
And your father's still alive?
He is.
And how's he responding?
Well, he's becoming less and less verbal.
Understand.
But when we put that music on and we get the musical biography out that he and my mum made, it's very touching.
Right, exactly. And of course, to the siblings like you, and if you have brothers and sisters and the grandkids and all that, I mean, like many of the things we talk about on this show, it's not just the person that has X, okay? Mm-hmm. It's the family members that are affected as well, and here's a great example of that.
And Drew, it's sort of important too, because a lot of the staff that work at the facility where he lives, they might not know him very well.
Right.
But when they turn on his music,
spot on.
There's something, about Ian that they get to know.
It was so spot on, and that's that human contact, as Susan knows, our DNA of empathy went away a little while ago. We got to go back from the solar system and bring it back in here, and certainly what you're doing at Villa Musica does it about 100-fold, without question. We're chatting with Fiona Chatwin, executive and artistic director and founder of Villa Musica, San Diego's community music center. I'm Drew Schlosberg, as you're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the community show. So talk about Link Up. What's that about?
Well, this is an incredible program. It was designed by Carnegie Hall. They have these wonderful education programs for children. And we've put together a really big grant with the California Arts Council, which we were awarded, which is an immense honor. And we have now identified 4 elementary schools in the Kearney cluster in this Linda Vista area that we have to focus on. And we're collaborating with the La Jolla Symphony and Chorus. They have a wonderful community orchestra. And what happens is the children in their classrooms are learning recorder, singing, rhythm, all sorts of stuff. It's a 28 to 30-week curriculum. At the culminating event, they come together with a live orchestra. They sit in the audience with their recorders. The audience participation from the children with the orchestra. The children actually get to play along with the orchestra. There's all sorts of music, singing, dancing. It's just incredible. The kids are really excited about it.
Yeah. Do you work with Bayview at all, the community center that's in that area? And the reason why I say that, one of the groups that we're affiliated with, Classroom of the Future Foundation, is housed at what we call the Linda Vista Innovation Center. It's on Comstock.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. They have a new building. It's beautiful.
It is. Yeah. And so we, Classroom of the Future, we used to be at the county offices now in that building, along with the county offices Innovation Division. So we've been doing things in the world of pathways and so forth. But that area, as you well know, is a promise zone, of course, and all the schools in there from Kearney and Montgomery and Taft and the elementary schools. We'd love to offline sit and chat with you about some opportunities to get you involved with our innovation center, because what you're doing is certainly innovative. We're chatting with Fiona Chatwin, executive and artistic director and founder of Villa Musica, San Diego's community music center. Okay, so listen, I'm not going to let our listeners off the hook here. What can we do to support your efforts? And I hope you have a big donate button. That's right, the very first page of your website.
It is. It's on every page of our website.
It should be every page of everything, for that matter.
Yeah, we're really, currently we're going to be trying to raise some more money so that we can give more instruments. We need to switch out some of the older instruments that need to be updated.
Right.
We're also actively seeking new board members who are really interested in what we're doing. We would love to build our board. We have about 12 board members at the moment. We're hoping to get to 15.
Nice.
What else can we do? We love to receive good quality, intact stringed instruments.
Right.
Please don't send us your instrument that's falling apart. We can't afford to fix them all.
Right.
But any instrument that's just collecting dust, we call it the instrument dust-off.
Right. No.
If it's under the bed and nobody's playing it, bring it over.
I'm going to ask my daughter. She learned how to play violin and was really good at it. And but she did it for fun, and they wanted her to go to junior symphony and all that. And that was a little bit too much more than she wanted to do. And I'm going to see if she's ever going to get back into it, which I hope she does. But you never know. But if she has no desire, then we'll maybe donate it. It's a pretty cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah, exactly. Because I have absolutely uncategorically no musical talent. I don't have a lot of talent in anything for that matter. I shouldn't just stop it at musical, for God's sake, But I think that's critical. How about teachers? Are you looking for music folks that can actually teach some of these folks?
Yeah, we have, like I said, we have about 40 teaching artists on our payroll.
Right.
They're incredible musicians and artists. We are actually currently looking for a new piano teacher.
Okay.
I never thought that this would be a good job board, but I may as well say it while I'm here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there that are retired and love doing this thing. What is the commitment for your teachers?
Well, it just depends on the teacher. Some of them are full-time teaching artists working 30 hours a week. Others can work anywhere from 2 to 5 to 10 hours a week, depending on their availability. Right,
exactly. And is that the same thing with the satellite program?
Yes.
Is that right? So get as many people as possible as you can. Okay, that makes all the sense in the world on that. Again, shout out the website again.
It's villamusica.org.
Right, and then when is the big concert going to be?
So we've got our big concert on June 11th. That's going to be our culminating end of spring quarter, all satellites and Sorrento Valley kids coming together and performing. And I have to tell you, the biggest highlight of that program is our multi-generational mariachi program.
Oh, my goodness. Is it on the website now?
Yeah.
And are you looking for sponsors?
Oh, my gosh, yes. The churches, the venues that we have cost $15,000 to $2,000 per venue.
Okay.
And we are desperately seeking funding for that kind of thing. That would be incredible.
Okay, good. So that'll be up on the website as well over here? Okay, good. Our job is to make sure that we keep wonderful groups like yours going for many, many years to go on this. Any final comments?
I'm just so grateful to be here. Thank you so much, Drew. It's been great to get the word out about the work we do. And, anyone can go to our website. You can see our beautiful tip of the iceberg, our Sorrento Valley, but right below the waterline is all this amazing access work going on out in Southeast San Diego.
Promise me you'll make a return appearance, and promise me when you come back on the show that you bring in someone that's benefiting from the work. Maybe it's a senior, maybe it's a student, maybe it's one of the teachers. So we've got a bunch of microphones here. Would love to have you come back if you're interested.
I'm here when you're ready.
Very, very good. Okay, you'll rue the day you said that, of course. But it's been an absolute honor. Fiona Chatwin, executive and artistic director and founder of Villa Musica, San Diego's community music center. Looking forward to having you back on with some of the folks who will benefit from your services.
Thank you so much, Drew.
You bet. You've been listening to Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show on Cloudcast Media, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, these beautiful Mission Fed studio. And Mission Fed's been doing spectacular things for San Diegans for more than 60 years. We hope you enjoyed the show.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.